Hello everyone, let me know if you can see me and hear me. Been a while since I've done this, so I'm sending the link to someone and I'll see if this works. Takes me a moment to get set up over here. Takes me a moment to get set up over here. Okay, I have got my StreamYard set up. Hey Catbird. Hey Mr. J. Kind of seeing if I can drag a special guest in here. It's a guy I'm quite a big fan of. Most of you guys are too. Hopefully he recovers his laptop and we get there. So, man, while we're waiting, what are you guys up to this week? Catbird, good to see you. Mr. J, good to see you. Boa Man, good to see you. Hey, Mike's Aquatics, how are you doing, dude? What have the temps been like there, Mr. J? It's been like 110 out here. Got you, Catbird. Understand that. You can always catch it in replay. I know this guy I'm trying to invite on is, I want to say he's probably looking for his laptop right now. Which is fine. Yeah, it's been like 100 to 110 here, with like a humidity in the 60s and 70%. It's been just ridiculously hot for this time of year. We've got what's going on called a heat dome, and just a little earlier in the year. And it just sucks. It's kind of really thrown the herping off. Not that I've been able to get out a lot. Kind of been spending a lot of time at home in my swimming pool. Oh, Catbird, that sounds like a dream. Hang on. Let me see.
Uh-huh.
There, I think we have added our special guest.
I think I talked Todd into doing this tonight. I feel bad.
Don't feel bad, Lou. It's all good. I'm glad you did, because sometimes when you're struggling for motivation, someone comes along, kicks your butt, and tells you to get motivated. So
Awesome. Well, I've been stuck. I've had COVID for the last like week or 10 days or something. So I'm fine now, but been stuck in this room because I'm home with the family and I don't want anybody else to get it, even though I think everybody in the house has already had it at some stage. But anyway, good times.
well, I tell you, I've got a renegade copperhead out in the garage that sadly I'm probably going to have to euthanize tonight.
Oh,
Is got a respiratory infection, or maybe he has COVID. We don't know.
yeah.
But it's he was surrendered pet from someone, and he's just not doing too well. And it's just kind of like it's kind of hard to treat venomous, especially when you're by yourself.
Yeah,
You got someone else to tube or something. You can apply ointments. You can do stuff like that. Um, it's kind of rough working with venomous stuff by yourself.
yeah.
Um,
The guys probably don't know this, that I almost picked up a trip. I had a trip that I would picked up, but then the trip canceled. I was going to be out in Todd's neck of the woods like a couple weeks back, I think it was. I was like, dude, I got a Tulsa overnight. I'm going to be there for like 3 days, and we're going to go look for snakes. And like the very next day, I'm like, it canceled, so I didn't get to go. But that would have been too funny.
I was so depressed over that. I'm not going to lie.
Me, I was depressed, man. I was so excited. I was like, this is going to be awesome. Even if we don't find anything, we're going to have some fun.
Well, we'd have found stuff. Believe me, we've got stuff. You just have to be out there at like probably 11:30, 12. It's so dadgum hot here. It's like 110. It's normally like that in August, and now it's like the start of July, and it's just like that. But lots of copperheads, pygmy rattlers, rat snakes, water snakes on the move later in the evening or early in the morning. So
Okay.
and I've got a road that's like perfect for all that stuff. And I was going to take you to this road that like I told Smet Logic they keep plugging me. I might take him to this road someday, but
Yeah, I was bummed, man. I was like, when I got the charter trip, I was like, I don't know if a lot of guys know, I fly 747s full time, but I fly these Gulfstreams, here and there part time. And I got a call and said, hey, we got a trip going out to Tulsa. It sits for 3 days and it turns around and flies back to LA. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on that.
okay. Now the funny thing is, Lou, you came up last night at dinner. Okay.
Yeah, did you get sick or something?
No, we were talking about flying,
Oh,
and I've flown single engines before. I've flown in jets. That was back when I was younger. These days, I can fly. It's like 2 Xanax, a fifth of Jack Daniels. And I know logically the most dangerous part of flying is the drive to the airport. We all
yeah.
know this. But my brother-in-law, who's an army guy, is like, man, dude, I fly to Pennsylvania once a month. I fly to Texas every other month. Just go. So they're telling us to go on a cruise with them, and so we're going to probably next year.
Okay.
But we were talking about all the dynamics of it, and I was telling them how I've got this snake friend who flies cargo flights, and he's telling me like how they do all this stuff and how they have all these different safety procedures. And like when you fly, you fly over land, like you do that loop over the Pacific Rim. So if you don't go in so if you go down, you don't go. You find a place to emergency land.
Yeah, it's actually not for for us. It's not to land anywhere. It's just because it's less fuel to go that way.
Well, okay. I thought, well, yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to burst your bubble there, but
Hey, man, whatever it takes to get me on that plane.
yeah. Well, here's a weird thing. I when I do these charter flights, I went up. Was it last month and the month before? I got called and I went out and picked up one of the Kardashian girls. It starts with a K. Who knows? They're all Ks, I think. But she got married to a guy, Travis Barker. I don't know if you know who he is, the Blink 182 drummer.
Yes, he was in town last night with Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, okay. Well, I went and picked them up from their wedding in Milan and flew him back. Come to find out, he was in a very, very bad private jet accident where he was like the only survivor, and like burnt like 60% of his body. So and he's still flying. So there you go. He hadn't flown in a long time, but he's back in the air.
Well, and when I was younger, it was like, take me to the wing, and one of the engines can be down or something, just nothing phased me.
Right.
The older I get, I don't know what it is. I can't even look at a roller coaster anymore. Pemberton boys might be in chat somewhere. I sent him a link, let him know we're going live. He
Yeah,
gets
let's
all
see somebody
these.
else come on. Is it chat? Oh, here. Oh, did I screw it up here? Oh, here we go. Sorry about that. Am I still on, or did I cut myself off
No,
somewhere?
you're on. You're on.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to figure out if I could read comments on here anywhere, but I didn't know where they were. But I found them.
Okay, yeah. But he gets these shots of like him like climbing mountains and stuff, and I'm just like, God, that's like 500 feet straight down. It's so it,
Yeah,
it
I mean, if 50 will kill you, the other 450 are just all about the show. I think so.
it's just about the flight down. Yeah,
Yeah, give you a little time to think about it, I guess.
exactly. Smetlogic, you cannot catch this through the monitor. I don't believe. But then again, I don't know. COVID's a funny thing. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of almost scared to talk about it because God knows, the internet and what all they do and things like that. But yeah, this will get flagged for like inaccurate information or something.
That's right.
Yeah, that is a
Red Bull will cure COVID. Did you know that? If you just drink enough of it, you're good.
There's all these mystery cures out there. So
Snake venom. Yeah, get bit by a copperhead and you're good to go. You're cured for life.
that might happen tonight. I mean, it's like a distinct possibility. And I I hate to be looking at doing what I'm doing tonight, but it's like it's just he's not getting any better. Vets around here won't see him and stuff. It's kind of renegade operation that I've run. Like I take in people's surrendered venomous pets. Like kid catches a rattlesnake on a field herping trip, power feeds an Atrox, all of a sudden it turns out to be 6 feet and he can't keep it, so, I take it. That's just kind of some of the things I do.
Right.
And this thing is just like, I've been trying to like keep it hot and stuff and treat an RI, and it's just not getting any better. So dadgum, but anyway, yeah, some people in here in the chat, Lou, are not familiar with your channel. I sent them links.
Oh, no, that's okay.
So you're going to grab a few new subs out of it.
No, I appreciate that. But I think someone was asking which Kardashian. It was Chloe.
Chloe.
It was Kim's airplane. We flew Kim's airplane out to Europe empty to pick up Chloe Kardashian, I think. Courtney. I don't know. My wife would know. She was short and I don't know. Had lots of money, I think. Well, I know. Jeez.
Isn't that the whole plan?
I guess, I mean, it's funny when they show up to the airplane, they're all wearing like hoodies and stuff. And so no one can take pictures of them. So they look like a bunch of homeless people all walking out to a $80 million airplane. It's pretty funny.
Dude, it's, I was getting Instagram stories from my wife's niece. And she was like showing Avril Lavigne when she was on stage, and she's showing Machine Gun Kelly and all this stuff. And I'm just like, man, what happened to Zeppelin, or Motley Crue or something?
Yeah, good Motley Crue.
It's like, I don't understand today's music. So, neither here nor there, but I finally got my swimming pool finished. So it's kind of that plus the like torrid heat wave we've got out here has kind of put a bit of a damper in field herping.
Yeah. Now you could do the lives from your pool. You could probably get a floaty and just set your phone on it and just go back and forth in the pool.
Well, and there's plenty of critters out there. A lot of people out here always hear but never see like the Great Plains narrowmouth toad. I've pulled 3 out of my pool skimmer this week, and and it's it's just kind of been a barrage of wildlife. Of course, I didn't think about this. You live in the woods. You put a big body of water that's painted blue. They can see for miles, and just wasp nests everywhere, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
all
I was
good.
supposed to be, other than this COVID thing, I was supposed to go out to the Lake of the Ozarks where we have a place, and we're going to
Right.
have the whole week out there. But the COVID ruined it. And then today, I was like, well, I'm feeling better. There's a big reptile super show down in Anaheim, and I'm like, you know what? I just don't want to infect anybody else, even though I think the whole thing's kind of overblown. But I still didn't want to do it. But my son went, and the DM Exotics was there, and Brian Cusco was there. And I would have liked to have said hi to a few people, but
Right.
anyway, it's funny how some little cold can ruin all your plans. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, because this is a question that's been in the back of my mind. You did one video from a reptile show before. Would you ever consider doing one again?
Yeah, I'd probably that one. I just kind of went in and winged it. I have a series I'm trying to work on that it's a series of probably 5 shows, and each show will probably be 30 to 45 minutes. Although on YouTube, I doubt anybody would actually watch one that long. But and one of them is going to involve reptile shows.
Hmm.
So I would have to get some footage from there. But well, it didn't happen. It didn't happen at this show, so I don't know when the next show is that. It would be a possibility, yeah. But I wouldn't mind it. When I was in London last month, and I heard from some guys, and they said their reptile shows out there are unbelievable. Like all the venomous stuff, snakes you've never heard of before.
Right.
Like I would love that. He goes, you wouldn't. He goes, you just flip. Like he goes, there's just you got a garter snake next to some snake in Africa you'd never heard of, next to a Cape Cobra, and like it's just off the charts. Like I wouldn't buy anything, I guess, but it would sure be tempting.
Well, and I tell you, about this time last year, I got to sit down and have lunch with a guy named Bob Clark. You may know him.
Know the name, but I don't know why I know the name. But
He was like one of the first python breeders to start
okay.
getting big, and you might know Edgar Ortega.
Oh yeah, I know that name. I don't know him as well, but I know him. We converse, here and there.
He has family out here in Oklahoma, so he came out here, and me and him go back to the RAR days, which was Rise Against Rattlesnake Roundups, and and we did stuff together, worked on projects. He's narrated some of my videos, but like he's in tight with Bob, so like he gets me in to meet him and stuff, and we all hang out and eat barbecue together. And it's just like one of those surreal moments where you're like, meeting people for the first time, but you feel like you've known them forever. And
Yeah.
Bowman says Bob Clark sold him his first African rock python and his first green anaconda. He's definitely a legend. What a lot of people didn't know is that Bob Clark was originally, he was still breeding back in like the 80s. Like he's one of the first breeders, but he was
Right.
also very critical of the rattlesnake roundup issue in Oklahoma, because we've got some nasty ones here.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And so like that's kind of what that was something I was involved with, trying to correct. And I don't know at this point we'll ever get anything corrected. It's just we'll just let them die out of their own accord. And
Yeah. No, I hear you.
kind of like one of those take your hands off of it and the problem may fix itself. But
Now, not to jump subjects, but what
go
have you
ahead.
went out and seen recently? Have you actually gone out and looked for anything, or just come across any snakes in the last week or two?
Not in the last week or two. I want to say about back in March. Me
Okay.
and Snakes on the Plains
Oh yeah.
went to a den site, and I think we saw 16, 17 atrox
Hmm.
and a ground snake, with Sonorus genus. It was pretty much an all atrox day, and we went down on the side of this cliff, and that's a video that I've got on this channel and my other channel because it's just one of my most favorite videos. We went to a wind farm, and we're like hanging off the side of the cliff, and it's like, oh, there's like a 5-foot atrox like right between my legs, and it's just like,
I'll
and
have
like
to check that. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to check that out.
everybody's forgot their safety gear. Like he's like wearing tennis shoes. I'm like wearing, like my Vans, and it's just like a whole play to suck. But
Uh huh.
And like Smet Logic said, yeah, I'm finding more herbs just hanging out at my house and watering the lawn. Last night I got a three-toed box turtle. Day before I got a five-line skink,
Okay.
copperheads galore. You know, I live close to Keystone Lake, which is a similar habitat to Lake of the Ozarks.
Okay.
Pretty much the stuff up there is going to be stuff here.
Oh, really? All right.
So yeah, but it's definitely I've just kind of been stuck at home doing stuff, you know, working with contractors, finishing the house, things like that. And so it's really put a damper. I want to say me and Autumn Graham from Hissy Fits Snake Rescue, we went out herping somewhere, and I want to say we saw like three copperheads and a water snake, which was you know, better than nothing. But
Yeah.
oh, Rob from Kings of Pain.
Okay.
This was the video. I think I dropped it on Angry Atrox. I don't know if I dropped it over here.
Okay.
Guy hits me up. He's like, "Take me field herping." I'm like, "Okay." I don't realize the guy has a TV show on the History Channel,
Oh.
and like I'm finding this out the day like I'm meeting him in the
Oh.
field,
Nice.
and we found a pygmy rattlesnake, a western rat snake, garter snake, a couple of racers. Really productive day trip. And
Yeah, it sounds like it.
it's on the same road I was going to take you if you would have made it into town.
Yeah.
That road is just it's a secret. It intersects some amazing habitat. You can find all kinds of things there. And
Yeah, figures I missed it.
oh, it'll be there when you're back. Trust
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
If you make it back, bring one of the Kardashians with you. We'll teach her to field herb.
Yeah, that'll be a video.
Or the guy from Blink 182. Either one.
Yeah, he'd probably be more down to do it than she would, but you never know. You never know.
This is true. That's a good way to get 17,000 subscribers overnight. You know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's been slow. I haven't been that motivated. Just a lot of stuff going on at home, so I haven't had. It's the end of like road cruising season for us, and it's like I've gone out like twice this year. But I do have a trip to Singapore coming up.
Ah,
Yeah, Singapore just opened back up. I have a 2-day overnight in Singapore on like the 22nd, 23rd, and I'm just waiting for I had to send my passport off to get it redone. So I pray it's back in time because I will be pissed if I can't go because I don't have a passport. But I'm gonna probably go live from it. I'm gonna probably do my first live in the field in Singapore in the middle of the night, which will be the daytime for everybody in the U.S. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it, but it might be kind of fun to go out and look for snakes together in the middle of the jungle at night and just have everybody on, searching with me.
what are you going to target? I mean, what would you target?
I've thought about that. I don't even anything there is awesome. Blue coral number 6 would be like I got a men's cologne called Blue Coral 6, but I haven't found Blue Coral number 6 yet, so I can't release my cologne until I actually find the snake. So,
Well, I tell you, you're one of like. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's like maybe 2 or 3 people that have videoed a blue coral snake, and you're one
yeah,
of them.
yeah, there's more and more lately, but like all my old video was all GoPro stuff, and I haven't gotten any. I got some good stuff with the GoPro. Don't get me wrong. I worked with what I had and got the best shots I could, but like I want another encounter so I can just get it right in my mind and really really do it up. But we'll see. You never know how they behave too, and I don't handle those, so it could be a very short encounter. But any snake out in Singapore is awesome. Just the Oriental whip snakes, which are pretty common, are just it's cool to find a snake in a tree. It's cool to be looking in the jungles at night. I can't wait to go. Like you have no idea. Like
Well,
no idea.
I tell you, some of my buds have got a trip planned to Arizona, and I'm still trying to pull it together to see if I can make it happen.
When's that going to be? August or?
I think around the start of August.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would want to go just even if like I saw like 3 Atrox in a coach whip, just to see cactus and sand.
Yeah.
And be away from the house.
Yeah. These walls are pretty thin, but yeah, I hear you.
I can hear the snoring going on in there. So like I'm tight. So yeah, but it is.
Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, just to get out and I've been wanting to meet up with Rob down in Arizona for forever, but it's going to happen this year. My wife and I went out last year, and somehow we got our days mixed up or something. But we'll do that, and it's just awesome to be out looking. I don't know, there's something about the possibility of finding something cool, even if you don't. It's being out looking is just it's magical. I love it.
I always appreciate just being out in nature, even
Yeah.
if I don't find like I always go out and target something, and then I usually find like other things that I don't target, and I've just kind of learned to roll with it because a lot of the kids that I used to throw in my truck and drive to go field herping before they had their licenses. They're now kicking like butt. Texas is one of them went to college in Texas, and now they're claiming he's a Texan. He's not from Oklahoma, and it's like, like there's like this whole Facebook internet war over it, and I'm just like sitting there going, my God. I remember like when we were hunting salamanders, I had an allergic reaction, and I was trying to get this one kid to drive my truck. He was like 14. He's like, man, I don't have my learner's permit yet. And I'm just like, dude's a legend today. And like,
Yeah.
it's kind of something else because these kids have taken it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
When I'm
Well, that's
looking at
cool when you're young and you have the time, and, and the freedom.
exactly, that's what I told Jubal. I said, dude, I said, man, let the women alone until you just trust me. Herp your butt off while you're young. You're
Yeah.
talking to someone who's 50 and he's telling you what he wish he would have done different. I mean, let all the fun and games alone. Go herp. And he got accepted into a college down in Texas by Alpine down in
Oh,
that.
nice. Okay.
And
So he'll be finding some gray bandits around there, I take it.
oh yeah, and he's made a few trips down there. I'm wanting to get back down there too, but I'm kind of sold on if I've got like if I can make one trip a year, I want it to be like Arizona.
Yeah. I like I said, my wife and I went to Arizona, and it was easy. It was fun. It was fun. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And we only drove the roads at night. I didn't even get to really look in the daytime, and it was still a lot of fun. Like it was easy fun, I guess.
Well, and I love the desert ecosystem. I mean, I'll sit
Mm.
there and photograph cactus.
Yeah.
I mean, I just me. It's to hit somewhere like that has like saguaros and golden barrels.
Yeah.
Would to me be as big of a thrill as just finding snakes. Which I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd definitely be after the snakes. But I'm kind of like I've held off making a lot of new videos because I'm kind of taking some cues from some other guys where like incorporate more b-roll here,
Mm.
introduce some photography. I've been working on my photography skills because I can get some pretty decent video just like with the rigs and setups I have. And people like Smetlogic is always like throwing out there, your video is amazing. When you get a shot, you get a shot. But
Right.
it's like I'm sitting there going, though, I want the photography angle too, but it's like it's kind of hard when most of your herping is done alone. Snake hook, video camera. Oh, here, swing around a DSLR, and fire off 60 shots.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah. No, it's yeah, putting everything together is not always easy, and sometimes you get these great projects. I have a few projects where I'm like, oh, I really want to do this or that, but then I start to think about what's involved in doing it all, and I'm like, I don't know if I have the time. I don't have the time to make that happen, as much as I want to.
Well, and I'm just kind of wanting to make like a more not entertaining, well, probably yeah, more entertaining video. It's like throwing the equipment in the truck, this angle, GoPro,
Yeah.
things like that.
Oh, just closing the car door, putting stuff in the truck. All those shots take time though, and then if you're out finding snakes, it's like, well, then you don't want to do all those shots. It's tough, man. I try and do all those shots when I can, but they make a difference, but they take a lot of time to really, yeah, a lot of time that can be not the most fun time. A lot of it.
Right. Yeah, I just kind of have decided that, I'd rather kick out fewer videos and put more work into them, and spend a little more time getting the shots that I want to get. And
So when
think,
is your next video then? You've been working on one for a while. What's the word?
I threw out one on the Angry Atrox channel the other day called "A Tribute to Rattlesnakes."
Ooh, I haven't seen that one either. I have to look that up.
Well, I just had I had like 50 clips of rattlesnakes. Just not even the best shots. Some of them were really good. Some of them were just
Right.
And I just put some cheesy music to it. And it's just one of those like release a video so like YouTube doesn't think you've fallen off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I hear you.
And
Excuse me.
it's gotten some decent traction for that channel. But I've still got stuff from last year that I haven't edited, and it's just, I mean, I was telling a friend of mine, I was telling Steve the other day, it's like, man, do not ever build a house. It will wreck your life for 2 solid years. I mean,
And then some.
and then some. And then if you're going to be an idiot and chase a racer through a pool when you've got a snake hook over there, it's you're going to break your arm, and then this could put another 6 months on everything. So, you know,
Yeah.
but never live that down. But man, it's just kind of it's just kind of been like I kind of wanted to do more like what like you do, Smet Logic does, Snakes on the Plains do. Just not put out a video every week just to satisfy an algorithm, and just put out something that people will enjoy watching.
So I'm gonna cover my head up here. Yeah, no, I hear you. It's but even that, it's like you said, when you have all this stuff backed up, then it becomes more of a chore than it is fun when you've got
Right.
hard drives full of stuff and you're like, oh yeah, I got that shot. Oh, I got. Instead of being fun, if you don't get on it, it becomes I got all this stuff piled up and it becomes work. It seems like.
And I've had so much stuff on my phone that it's like, like I'll try to video something like a toad on my front porch or something. It's like your phone is going to die and you're going to get everything deleted, and and so it's like rush in the house, airdrop enough to go out and get the shot. But then it's like, I need to get the rest of this stuff off here too, because even though it's backed up to iCloud, it's like it's such a pain to
Yeah.
chase it down that way. Now there's probably some iGeniuses out there that this is not a problem for. I'm not one of them.
Well, here I should cut you off here because I'm going to ask you: do you use a Mac, like an Apple, to do your editing? Okay,
Yeah.
because I still use a PC, yet I have an iPhone. So any footage that I take on my iPhone, I have not found an easy way to get it off my phone and onto my PC. Like you're supposed to just be able to hook it up, and it shows up as a camera. You can drag them out of there. It works sometimes. Half the time, it crashes. Like I end up just what is it, Dropbox, one of those to
Right.
to myself, and that takes hours. And so I like using my phone, but it's just been a pain in the butt. There's got to be an easy you know PC program app, something that will let me take my videos off of my phone and just put them on my PC. But if anybody in chat knows how to do it, then freaking, I'd like to know what it is.
Well, and I tell you, for iPhone to Apple, or for iPhone to iMac, like I can airdrop most videos, but like if I get like a 5 minute 4K video, it's
Yeah.
like file too large. I
Oh,
plug the phone into the iMac, and it's like, and it still doesn't work. And I'm sitting there
right.
going, what the? And so I try to look up all these YouTube videos on like how to transfer video from your iPhone to your iMac. And it's like, oh, well, you just do this and you do this. And so I follow the instructions and it still doesn't work. And I'm sitting there
Yeah.
going, gosh.
Well, the PC is even worse. Like it's just, it becomes a chore, and I just like, I dread it. And so then you said you get all these files on your phone, and it's like, well, I've got thousands of pictures, and I got to find those video files, and yeah, and then my editing software on my PC actually doesn't like the movie or whatever they are, MOV files, or it'll
Yeah.
do them, but it does them not in real time until I make my final edit, and then everything looks fine. But in the meantime, I'm like, I don't know, it just doesn't like the Apple stuff for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Well, and I did data management for years in a Windows environment. So then I switch over to Apple, and a lot of it's like so much. a lot of like the video stuff is like to me so much easier in Apple, but then it's like the files and how you import them, and you just can't drag them over, or if you can, I haven't figured it out. And so it's just it's almost like I don't want to say it's probably something I could probably go take an Apple class on and ask the instructor and probably get an answer that would we'll just download this app and this app will do that, and but you know how that stuff goes. You look up stuff and you find like more information than you
Yeah,
need.
and then you find something you finally want to download, but the download little thing that you hit wasn't actually for the download for the app you wanted. It's for some other adware. Well, it's just it's just never ending. I don't know, but
Oh, I know.
anyway, yeah.
I've been wanting to do some drone videos and stuff here lately because I have a drone channel. I don't advertise it because I think it kind of sucks, but it's also just kind of like, it's just video I shoot. I don't always get out at opportune times, don't always get those shots. But like right now, like everybody's batteries are swelling up on them. They're not in the air 30 seconds before they have to come down because the heat and the humidity is so nasty here.
Okay. I have one of my batteries on my Mavic that I've just flown it enough times that it gets real swollen looking on the underneath of it, and I'm afraid it's actually going to pop itself loose in flight. So, they're not cheap. They're like $70, I think, for those batteries. But I threw one of them away. I'm like, forget it. I don't want to lose the whole thing over that. So, but it's tough to give one away that still works too. When
Right.
Well, anyway, yeah.
Well, and it's just kind of like, that's the hard problem with being a creative person is you want to do different things. YouTube niches everything. It's like I've got a channel over here for my dog. I've got a channel over here for my drone stuff. I've got 2 snake channels. I didn't mean to wind up that way, but
Yeah.
this one like kind of monetized over one video. Later on, the monetization got taken away from that one video, so now it's like I owe YouTube like $5 or something. Like I made a few hundred a month there for a while, but then it's like, but like now, like YouTube's like, we want some of our money back. I'm like, do what?
No, I haven't had that one yet, but maybe I just don't pay attention. Yeah.
Well,
come and get it. Yeah, it's like the IRS.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But but anyway, I just wanting to try to hit Arizona. That's kind of my main goal for this summer.
Nice.
And even if I can't, I'm still thinking, I need to make it next year if I can't make it this year. Whichever. It's just one of those things where it's like I really want to herp that area. I've been to West Texas before. I like it. I don't go Alterna crazy like some people do. Of course, I'm a Croat guy. That's me. I like Croats. That's what I'm into. So like I'll be over there like playing with a Western Diamondback. Everybody else will be finding gray bandits, and I'm like, hey, it's 5-foot Atrox. I'm just more impressed with that than anything else. But and yes, Logic. Arizona is way overrated from what he's heard. I.e., stay out of his hot spots because probably someone's figured some. Hey, I just want to go to that taco stand or whatever and put like instead of like just signing the book Logic or Lou Boyer, The Angry Atrox, Roundup Rodeo. All 6 of them, just throw them out there.
We got to all stay there. That's in Portal at the Portal Cafe, but they have a little. I think it's an actual lodge as well, and I know a lot of guys stay there because I think it's the only place to really stay down there. But that'd be cool if we had a bunch of us out there. It would, it'd be fun. We could even have a little competition of sorts, and we'll put a. Atrox worth 1 point. I don't know. We could put a scale on what the snakes are worth and see who can come up with the best score, huh?
Definitely some interesting stuff down there that I would like to see. I was a little hacked off at Smet Logic because he had that vine snake all the time, and then it's like, did you not figure that out?
Oh, I don't. Has he been holding on to that for a while? That he had that? I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh. If should I send him the link? Should I see if we can get him to come on?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Let,
more
let,
the merrier. It's your channel. It's your
well,
thing.
he may not want to come on because
Now that the secret's out.
let me see.
I didn't know that was the case. I figured he was just kind of like quiet about it, but I didn't know. How long ago did he find one? Like years ago, or just this last year?
I think he'd found it like a year ago or something, and he'd
No.
been dragging it all out. Like, man, maybe this year I'll get lucky. Then it's like he found it right after that. So let me see. Let me see if we can get Rob on. We may not be able to.
Glasses on just so I can see some comments here if there are any.
Let me see if he can.
Oh, Ian's on Techno Endo. What's up, buddy? How you doing, Ian?
Hey, Ian.
Who else is on here? Iron Dog Reptiles. What's going on, guys? Who else is on? It sucks getting old. I never had to wear glasses, but I can see everything in the distance. I just can't read like phones up close, especially at night.
Hey, man, this is my like second, third year wearing glasses. I'm still not used to it yet. So
Yeah, no, anyway, it is what it is.
I'm gonna go get some water. So taking you guys into the kitchen.
Yeah, maybe I should go down and get something a little more interesting than a Red Bull.
Well, I was talking earlier about trying to get Quick Trip to sponsor me because, like I'm always like flashing their logos in my videos, and but I don't know that they would ever be interested in that. I do know some people there though. If anyone could pull it off, it would be me. But I just don't know that they'd go for the snake stuff. It's
Yeah, I wonder. Like, I never really thought. I've had a few people approach me, some water bottle company or something, but it's just like, oh, you got to show this much of this and that. And it was more of a commitment than it was any money, and not that I was into it for the money anyhow. But if it was something cool I was going to use anyhow, I would have done it for free. But I wonder if like you could go to companies and go, hey, I have a YouTube channel. This is what I'm doing. You know, can I get a free T-shirt, free something? I don't know if anybody would do it or not. Maybe they would.
Well, I've got another friend in Western Oklahoma he's got about 50,000 subs. He's real tech savvy. He's like Ian. Okay, he's like that level of tech savvy.
Right.
Way over my head. But he's like I asked him one time. I said Dylan, why is your channel not monetized? Because like he's got like 500,000-600,000 views on some of his DJI drone videos, and he's like, why do that when you can just do what you want to do it this way? And then they get so impressed with you that they send you free stuff. Guy got a Mavic 3. Just do a review video on it.
Really? I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like, but keep in mind the guy is a top-notch editing guy. He can make anything look good.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm going to do, Tom. When the new iPhone, I don't know which one's the latest. The 13 now.
13. The 14's coming out.
When the 14 comes out, I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to run it over with the 747. I'm going to do a durability test. iPhone 14 versus 747. I bet you I could do a stupid little 30-second video of it getting crushed, and I could probably make more money than the phone costs, by doing something ridiculous. Of course, the airline won't like it, but
this is This is LouB's second write up with the company. I can see it coming now, but
yeah.
But
it'd be a funny video though. We could even go live with it as the plane's coming and just crushes it.
Oh, that would be too much fun. That would be too much fun. Really been enjoying your Instagram stuff lately.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, that's all flying for the most part, as you know. But
right.
Yeah, it's fun to do something because those are easy for me. I get some cool views in the air that most people wouldn't dream of or wouldn't really picture what it looks like, and they're not all that common. But when I get a good one, I try and capture it the best I can, and then add a little music and share the experience. And yeah, lately my Instagram's been taking off. I don't everybody copies everything on Instagram though. There's a unwritten rule, maybe it's a written rule that you're free to take whatever you want from anybody you want. I don't really know how that works, but it seems to be the norm. So
I think there's a setting if you set up like Instagram for business,
yeah,
which you can like check off the privacy settings like where you do not allow this to be copied by other people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
And
don't mind so much because I'm just trying to share something that's kind of cool looking, and so if more people share it, then I always tell a lot of people ask now, and I say, well, just put my name on it somewhere, or I'll put my name on the video somewhere. But yeah, anyway, I think that's just the nature of the beast on Instagram. That there's channels that all they do is show other people's stuff. So
well, and that's the thing is like when someone puts out like a rattlesnake video, like there was this Merry Christmas rattlesnake video or something a few years back where they were doing the Jingle Bells song and they synced it to all these different rattlesnakes rattling.
no, really,
Well, yeah, and let's say got 10 million views or something. And one of my old friends who he hasn't made videos in about 5 years now, just because fatherhood caught up with him. One of his clips was in there, and I'm like, hey, dude, they're just FYI, they're using your stuff,
yeah,
and he has a monetized channel, so it's kind of like I don't know if they asked him, don't know if they gave him permission. I don't know if he ever even got back to me with a concern, but at the same time, it's like when I get a lot of requests from like teachers or game wardens, hey, can you give me this clip? I want to put this in my presentation about bull snakes, and I'm in South Dakota or something. I've never turned one of those guys down. It's like it's
yeah,
not
right,
not a for-profit project, but then also if you build a relationship with someone, if you ever get up there to herp, then you can hit up that person and say,
yeah,
hey, remember me? It's like you point me to some spots or something. Um, so it's just this is kind of one of those things. It's like if it's a non-commercial project and you have the decency to ask, I don't mind
yeah, sure,
helping you or whatever, or even throwing in some extra editing. This is kind of the thing you want to do. But like those people that like make a living off of other people's footage, that
yeah,
doesn't set well with me. And
yeah.
they go after you all the time. They haven't found me yet. And they may never find me, but it's just and then it's like then they get butthurt when you say no. It's just like
Well, then they
you know,
just a lot of them just do it anyhow. They'll just do it anyhow on Instagram. It's pretty funny, but
right.
well, anyway, it is what it is. But
I'll have to rip off some video from you sometime or something, or with your permission, and like use it and throw it out there as like my own like reel or something, and just to see how many people rat me out or something. It'd be fun. But
is Rob coming on? What's he gonna do? Did he?
man, I sent him the link. I don't know if
He's
Rob's still.
probably doing his makeup and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it takes him. I don't know. I think he. I don't know. Was it him that was telling me that he got Paul Stanley to show him how to put on makeup properly?
Oh, is that? Maybe he's looking
It
for
could
his
be.
sunglasses. Maybe we should put on some sunglasses to make him feel at home.
I don't have any in here, man.
I might not either.
I, I I don't know. Is I don't know if he's going to come on or not. It would be fun to host him if he does. But
There we go. I got the Smet Logic look going on now.
I was going to see if I could like take a black marker and like. Oh wait, hang on.
Ready? We're ready.
We're ready.
All right,
We're ready.
Rob, we're ready for you.
Come
Bring
on,
it on.
Rob. Come on, Smet Logic, the purveyor of the vine snake.
Yeah. Uh huh. That's great. I can't see with him or without him.
I know it's like knowing my luck. It's like I'll start getting spam in the comments. I won't even be able to see them. Of course,
Here's some. I need some help in the comments. See my beautiful ceiling here. I tried to take the. There was actually wallpaper on the ceiling. I tried to just peel it off. Well, that worked all right for half of it. Now the rest of it's just like glued on there. Maybe I can steam it off. I don't know. It seems like a lot of work, is what it seems like.
I tell you, I am not a handyman by any stretch of the imagination. And
Yeah, it's not that I don't think I could do it. I just know I could go make a lot more money flying and then pay somebody to do it. Maybe I don't know.
that's me. I'm like, ship me some tax returns or something, and I'll do those, and I'll make enough to pay a plumber or something.
Right.
It's kind of my gig. So, but But anyway, so other than Singapore, do you have anything else coming up? Or
No, I was supposed to be at the Lake of the Ozarks, but
right,
with COVID, being sick, even though I'm better now, I guess. That sort of sucks. But we will go. We're going to go in August, so we will go out there. It's just got postponed until next month. So I'll do a video from out there and find some water snakes or something. I always enjoy doing those videos because it's kind of I don't know. I enjoy those. I've made a couple. I think I call them copperheads and bikinis or something. So they get a few views with the word bikini in there, I think. But
Copperheads and Bikinis, my friend, was not a bad video at all.
yeah,
I mean, a matter of fact, I think I've watched it more times than the blue coral snake video.
no.
And I
But have you
sure,
seen? But have you seen copperheads and bikinis too?
I think I have.
Yeah, so there might be a third one coming out. I don't know. I don't know if I can do the same thing 3 times, but it's fun out there. We have a good time, and I try and share, a few snakes in there, but everything else we do. And I don't know. I do it just kind of for my own memories more than anything else. But they seem to do okay.
We see.
And yeah,
Well, I've got, like I said, I've been doing a dog channel. Just
right.
and my wife's niece, she's got over 1 million followers on TikTok.
No, yeah,
She's got this huge, but she's good at that stuff. She's good at lip syncing music, stuff like that. And
right.
she looks amazing. I've stuck her in some dog videos. It's like 200 views. I'm like, wow. It's just like, wow. I thought this would get something going. It didn't. So anyway,
Yeah.
and Iron Dog's over there knowing what I'm doing the whole time. He's laughing at me. He's a local guy. He's down the street. So
Oh, is he down the street? Oh, I didn't realize that. Oh, well, shit, I could have hung out with both you guys with my Tulsa trip, but
you could have.
yeah. Anyway, yeah. I don't know if that'll. I don't even know what was going on there, or who I was flying, but didn't matter. It would have been cool, but no.
Yeah, I just saw that you were thinking that you were going to possibly be out this way, and I was like, oh my gosh, whatever I've got next week, I may have to move it because
Yeah, no, it was just a call out of the randomness. So we got a private jet leaving. I think it was going from San Francisco, or maybe it was here in LA somewhere, going out to Tulsa for 3 days. And I don't know if it was a business or a private individual, or I don't know what. It never got that far to know who it was I was taking, but it didn't matter to me. They pay well, and I was going to go have some fun with you guys.
It's just money in the bank, and you can hit the Oklahoma version of Snake Road. I mean, it's
yeah, that would have been awesome. But
now we got this one road that if you see like a Western pygmy rattlesnake on like North American Field Herp Association,
right,
like I wouldn't say 9 out of 10 of them are from this road, but this road is really hot for them. And what happens is this road, like I grabbed this one spot off this road for like cottonmouths because one time we just kind of on a fluke went out there and found like 30 of them in one day.
nice.
And it was just like, yeah, it was like amazing. And everyone's like, some people started hooking up with me and like, you need to road cruise the road into there. Oh, I didn't think about that. So we go do that one night and found like Graham's crayfish, which Graham's crayfish snake, really awesome to me. That they look like a queen snake back east.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But you find them in Oklahoma. You can generally find them about the first 2 warm weeks of the season, and then then they stay underwater the rest of the time.
No.
Or either that, or they stay in a brush pile in the middle of a lake.
Yeah, you're not going to find them.
Right, you're not going to find them. It's like, you road cruise 3 of them in one night, and you're just like, whoa, And then you find the odd eastern hognose, you find a bull snake, you find a legless lizard, you find a timber rattlesnake, you find 5 pygmy rattlesnakes. It's just, it's just a really hot area,
Right.
And most of the locals know it, and we kind of keep it on the down low for the most part. But, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, you come out here, we'll take you there maybe. But, it's like we sure don't publish it.
Yeah, no, of course not. Yeah.
But, it's just, and I did get out with a guy from San Diego earlier in the year. His name's Nathan, and he has a channel called Creeping Things.
I'm sure I've seen a video. I've seen videos of everybody's, but sometimes I can't remember whose is whose. There's so many channels now. Everybody's got a channel now, so it's difficult to keep up. I mean, it really is.
But I'm thinking Creeping Things, Rob from Kings of Pain, completely insane show that they do. And I'm not saying I agree with it, but I was just taking the guy field herping. But that trip to Southwest Oklahoma with snakes on the plains, I've had about 3 decent trips this year. I've had a couple of buckshot road cruises. I wanted to do one this week. It just didn't happen.
Right.
So just you know how life is. You get older, you get the wife says do this, paint that, fix this, call this guy, and your days off get busied up.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I go to work to find snakes.
That's what I need to do. Is I need someone to start sending me fake paychecks so I can do more environmental consulting, and stuff.
Yeah. All right, I'll set up a dummy company and we'll go have some fun. Maybe what do you think? I don't know. Maybe somewhere in Peru or Ecuador or something we can go. Like we'll make something work.
Hey man, if you can fly the plane, I've got this annex.
Yeah, I can fly the plane. I always need someone to pay for the plane.
There you go. You go.
Yeah, it's crazy that the plane we went up and picked up the Kardashians and stuff with, it's called a G6. It's a Gulfstream 650, and I think they're like 70 or 80 million. Like they're expensive. I'll put it that way. But just to operate them, say you can afford to buy one.
Right.
It costs, with insurance and hangar and fuel and everything, it cost almost $10,000 an hour just to fly it. So we went over there empty to go pick these people up. So it was 10 hours over there and 12 hours back. So it was almost $250,000 for them to get a ride back from their wedding. And it's just, I don't know how people have that kind of money to even contemplate spending that kind of money. Like, I just don't get it. But it's a different world for some people, that's for sure. I'm not sure it's a world I would, if I had that kind of money, I'd just spend it on other things, to be honest. Or I'd fill up every seat in the thing. These things hold like 14 people comfortably, and there's usually 2 people on board or 3. And I'd have every friend I knew, going with me, at least, just for the fun of going, I think. But anyway.
Well, I tell you, but then when you pick up high profile clients, they might be like, who are those people? Why are those people here?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, especially that Rob guy, he looks a little sketchy. I don't think he's coming on. I sent him the link. He's not messaged me back. He may have fallen asleep. You know how you get when you don't have enough coffee in the night.
Is he in his 60s now? Is he in the I fall asleep after like 11 o'clock stage? Is that right?
I have no idea, but I'm starting to get there myself, so I better not laugh too much.
Yeah, well, I just sleep late. I'm one of the ones I can sleep till 10 o'clock in the morning, and then stay up till 2 a.m. But yeah, anyway.
Well, that's me. I'm, the clash in my household is my wife is a morning person and I'm a night owl. And people are always like, why are you going live at 2 a.m? It's like, it's the only time I get any peace. It's like no one's coming in, no one's building anything. The dog's asleep, you're asleep. It's just, it just kind of works for me to go live at the, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. What time is it for you there? Is it like 1 now or 2 now?
It's almost 2. We're creeping up on 2.
Well, see, it was I just messaged, so you guys know, I just sent Todd a message saying, hey, I haven't seen a live in a while. He's like, oh, I haven't really been that motivated, but you're going to come on with me tonight? And I'm like, oh, geez, I don't know about that. So, and here we are. So go figure.
Well, and I had to renew my StreamYard deal because it's been so long since I've used it. Because yeah. I generally don't bring on a lot of guests when I do a live. Generally, I try to focus on a topic, keep it like an hour or under. If we're having fun and people are engaging, I'll keep going. But generally, I kind of like to, here's my 2 cents on this issue. Here's my thoughts on this issue. And I just, and I've kind of been bouncing back and forth between Roundup Rodeo and the Angry Atrox, because the Angry Atrox has 0 offensive material on it.
Right.
Now, but then Roundup Rodeo got monetized. So I'm sitting there thinking, push the monetized channel while I can. And then it's like they took my ads away on my one video that went over 1 million views. And so now it's like I said, now I owe YouTube money. Derek's Reptiles, that guy who was in here, he interviews a lot of people from the reptile community. He does,
oh, cool.
All these different people. And Brian Cusco, he's had him on. He's had gosh, I think Tom Crutchfield, a few other people.
Oh,
And
he hasn't hit me up yet, huh? What's going on?
Derek hit up
I'm joking.
LouB.
I can't even see the chat on my thing. My phone's too small. I don't even know what's going on. Have we
Well,
got some
well,
people still on here, or is everybody kind of calling it a night?
we've got. I'm trying to think. I want to say we've got 6 or 7 watching.
Yeah.
We've had a few pop in and a few pop out. I think we probably had about 15 across the whole span.
Right, for a late night of last minute, talking about nothing really.
Talking about nothing, yeah. But it's just kind of like I've just kind of been torn between 2 channels. Like, do I release this over here? Do I release it over here? It's going to get more views on my non-monetized channel than will on my channel with 8,000 subs, and and I'm just like, I don't know. It's just kind of such a headache, and then you get to where you don't enjoy it.
Well, no, if it's not fun, then
Right.
you're doing the wrong thing. Yeah, I mean,
So that's where I'm kind of like weighing it all and thinking, my next video, I'll say this, it's going to be probably a little bit different than most of my videos I've done, and it's going to be just I'll say more entertaining. I think it'll be more entertaining. I think people will
yeah,
enjoy it
in
more.
your eyes, it will. Yeah, it's always tough to see how they play out. Some of my better videos that I think are my better videos are, to me, my better videos, but not according to everybody else.
Well, exactly, and like one scene that you did that like I am still like intrigued to this day is the GoPro was looking up at you from the hotel sink.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
I don't
can't.
know what I was thinking that day. I just wanted everybody to see up my nose or something. I'm not sure.
But I just thought that was just like this classic shot that like no one else would have thought of,
yeah,
and
yeah.
so it's like we were we were doing some stuff, and I was diving in my pool to try and get like a striped bark scorpion out of it, because like there was like a striped bark scorpion on the bottom of my pool, and everyone was like having a hissy fit, get it out of the pool because we'll all leave if you don't get it out. And I'm kind of like, okay, well then I can just let him stay, and then the wife come out, bring the hammer down, and so like I throw on these goggles because you can't see underwater real well,
Right.
diving down to get this scorpion. And I don't realize this, but my wife's niece has like taken her iPhone and submerged it.
Well,
And I didn't know that the 11 you could do that with, but
right.
the 11 you can.
I
And so
still
she's like,
wouldn't, but yeah.
she's videotaping this whole thing. And I kind of thought, you need to send me that video. But then I'm thinking, I don't want to, I don't want to become, I don't want to put that out or incorporate it into something else, because, next thing Sea Shepherd will be involved. I'll have like, whaling fleets trying to harpoon me. It'd just be bad, man. It's just like, the short, fat man, and it's just not good. So, but I do want that video just because I think that'd be funny to have around. Just
Yeah, I know a guy who found a dead cat outside his place, and
gosh,
he found a reticulated python very close to it. So he figures that the python actually attacked it because he could see bites on it, and then released it because something else happened. So then, so then he decided, well, the cat just can't go to waste. So he introduced the two again and let the python eat the cat, and he videoed the whole thing. And it was, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't, I guess if you love cats, you'd probably hate it, but like the cat was dead anyhow. So, I mean, but anyway, but I think he decided not to release it because he figured he'd have too many groups he didn't want, coming after him, or, so anyway, yeah,
right.
there are limits, I guess, as to what you could or should do.
Well, and that's one thing I've thought recently about is like I've got a friend of mine who's currently in Texas, and he has a channel with over 250,000 subs, somewhere right around there. But he does a lot of live feedings. Okay.
Yeah, those are
Not
pop. Yeah.
those are popular, but it's not my gig. It's
No, mine either. Yeah.
and like I will support his channel because he supports mine, and he gives me shout outs. He's got me a lot of subs. So I'll kind of like, like I'll go watch his channel. But then again, it's more to see the snakes he's working with. And,
Yeah, right.
I've seen a snake eat a rat 1,000 times. I mean,
Right.
so it's
No,
just like,
And I'm nothing against people who make those videos. I don't have a problem. I mean, like, people want to see it. They want to see it. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think. I mean, it's you're feeding it. You're feeding it. But for me, if I find something eating on out in the wild, that'd be really, really cool. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, that's what I would like to film. Is I would like to like stumble upon like a cottonmouth snagging a leopard frog, and just get something like that. Even if the video's crappy, I would just still be so jazzed.
No, it makes me wonder when you do see there are a few videos of stuff like that in the wild. You wonder, are people crossing like a line, so to speak, and creating that as an event that they say they can't, hey, look what I found. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know.
Well, like do you know who Ojatro is?
I don't think so. I don't know.
He does like cottonmouth eats rattlesnake. Okay,
Okay.
so like this little neonate eastern diamondback rattlesnake crawls like right in front of this stump. This cottonmouth just sneaks around the corner and eats the eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
And he was just there to capture it all. Is it?
Well, it was set up.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and you kind of, and it actually, someone leaked some information about it later on. And he's got like an alligator eating a Burmese python. I don't know that one was set up. That one looked pretty natural. But it's like there's so many like flies all over the place that I'm thinking what he did was he fish scented this eastern diamondback rattlesnake.
Okay.
And then just sat there. But he's also, got, I mean, and I'm not trying to rip the guy because it's kind of like, it's like however you make the video is how you make the video. And most wildlife videos have some level of staging in them.
Yeah, I understand that.
I mean, it's just like, Marlon Perkins did it. Marty Stouffer did it. Steve Irwin did it. We all know this now. But you just kind of are like you said, are you crossing a line? But then it's like to stumble upon something like that. I had an old video where two water snakes were playing tug of war with a bullfrog.
Oh, really?
And I cannot remember where that went, but it was on
it's
like
on a phone somewhere.
Well, it was on one of my older channels. Like,
okay.
Back before Angry Atrox or Roundup Rodeo. It's around 2011 or 12 when I filmed it, and because I was living at my condo in South Tulsa, and it was in the golf pond, like right behind my condo. So I kind of missed that condo. Actually, it was like a lot less maintenance than this place.
Simpler times, yeah.
Simpler times, man. It was the bachelor life, but I just kind of trying to like, where did that video go? Because I'm sitting there going through my hard drives looking for it, and thinking, that would be something I would re-release, like as part of a vintage series,
yeah,
or something. Just because that occasionally you'll see a picture of it. You rarely see like a 10-minute video of it, and so But alas, there are files that do get lost from time to time.
Oh yeah, I know that all too well.
Oh yeah,
all too well. Well, I appreciate you having me on, Todd. It's almost midnight, and since I'm sort of recovering from this COVID thing, I'm gonna probably, what have we been on, about an hour or so?
About an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay, we did okay.
I appreciate you hitting me up, man, because it's
I appreciate you talking to me. Well, I talked you into going on, and then you talked me into joining you, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. I haven't done a live in a long time, and might have to start doing them again, but I will be doing a live, I think, from Singapore if I get my passport in time.
Man, definitely put something out on your community tab, because
yeah, I guess you can do that with YouTube, right? There's stories, and I don't do any of that with YouTube. I don't even know how to do that with YouTube, to be honest.
Well, I tell you what I do. I try not to do it for like everybody all the time, because then you just, oh, here's him and he's advertising this again, and but like when someone really knocks it out of the park, I do give their video a share from the community tab. But if you do it, other people share it, and like things like that get seen. So
yeah, I like to let people know about it ahead of time. Like, hey, tomorrow at 3 p.m. your time, we're going to be out in the jungle live, and we might not find a damn thing, but we're going to have a lot of fun looking, and it's going to be real. There's no editing. This is a, join me in Singapore. You ever wanted to go herping in Singapore? Well, here you go. You're welcome aboard. Let's go do it.
Definitely give me a heads up, because like almost everybody in chat right now is someone that I have their messenger, and I can be like, hey, be watching out for this. We'll see if we can make a go of it. Because, I mean, for me to do lives, I enjoy doing them, and or I do them when I enjoy doing them, or when I have something I want to discuss. When I've done some lives before where I'm like, why did I even bother with that?
Yeah.
Scrap, unlist, delete, do something.
Well, have you ever done a live besides using your computer or your phone to do the actual videoing? 'Cause do you have the same camera, the AX53, the Sony, or do you have something different now?
I have the X53, but
But you can't like live stream that any way that I can figure.
you I saw one on one message board on the Sony X53 message board on Facebook. I saw where someone like had figured out how to do it like through Periscope or something, and but then it was like other people tried it, they couldn't do it, and so I didn't
Okay.
get a really good feel for it. I tell you, between you and me, like 90% of what I shoot anymore is my iPhone.
Yeah,
Just
it's just for me. If I'm going to go out live in the jungle, the only bad thing, like at night, is like a lot of the snakes are in trees, and I want to be able to be live, but I also want to be able to zoom in and let people actually see what I'm seeing, as opposed to there's a snake over there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll actually bring my AX53 and literally take some of the live of the actual screen as I zoom in. I mean, that might be kind of corny, but it might be kind of cool. I don't know.
I would be interested in that. One thing I found for the X53 that like I want to tell you about is let me see if I have it here real quick. I can show it to you.
Sorry about all the camera talk, guys. I want to make a live that's going to be cool if I can do it, and I don't haven't thought through it enough, but I want to come up with an idea so you guys will enjoy it.
This is the SRF2
Yeah.
remote switch for your Sony cameras. So I can plug this in,
Right.
and like I can take time lapse video and stuff without pushing a button on the camera and incurring a vibration. And also, what you can do is you can flip this button up and down, and you can do a fast zoom in, fast zoom out, or slow zoom in and
No,
slow
really,
zoom
because
out.
your phone you can connect and you can start and stop from your phone and all that.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know what else you can do. But yeah,
But
that's the one thing that's a bummer about that camera. I wish you could just literally just stream it. It has Wi-Fi. Just stream it right to your friggin' phone and then go right on YouTube or something. That would be amazing.
and maybe Ian out there can tell us how to do that.
Well, I saw one
He's
channel where you could do it, where the guy showed it, but like it had to go from your HDMI out to a video capture card back into your phone, and then he needed like batteries to charge the cat. He had a whole rig with a backpack that, like, it became like, all right, like, is this fun anymore? Like, it sort of defeated the whole purpose, I thought. But
and,
um,
and he threw it in the comments. Get an Elgato HDMI input capture card,
right.
connect it to the X.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
just seemed
God.
like a lot of work for. So maybe I will be. Maybe I will be. I might have to try it right now. Where's my camera? Now you got me. Now you got me thinking. I don't even know where my camera is. Got too much stuff going on. I've been living in this room.
All right.
Uh-huh. Well, maybe I don't have my camera in here. Oh well, so much for that idea. Although now I'm wondering where my camera actually is. Oh well, I was out videoing some butterflies of all things earlier because I just wanted to get out of the house.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with bugs. I've been filming a lot of them lately because we have such a diversity in this part of Oklahoma versus where I used to live, which really isn't that far apart. It's just I'm more in the woods here.
Right.
So you see bugs that like you've never seen, and you you just I wind up filming them. So sometimes you can use smart. Yeah, he's saying you can use smartphones sometimes to wirelessly connect to some cameras. Check your phone with that.
Yeah, because that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be knowing my luck is like I would be out trying to do that, and then I would lose the dang animal while I was trying to connect all that stuff. And
Definitely.
I just I need to get better about. That's another thing I've been working on personally is like things with like my X53 or my iPhone, testing them like in like my living room or my office before I actually try to do it in the field to try to lessen the frustration of doing something in the moment. And yeah, there you go.
I'm just messing. Sorry, I'm messing around. I don't know what
You're
I'm doing.
fine, Lou. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get an idea of if like I get a video of the screen, and then I could zoom in somehow and everybody could see it. But
Yeah,
I don't know what it'll look like. It might work. It might not. It might look ridiculous. Anyway, now you get to look at the floor and my feet. That's pretty exciting. So I can figure out how to turn this thing around. Yeah,
it's good stuff. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, like again, I won't keep you too late, but I appreciate you having me on, and you know,
Anytime, man.
and one of these days I'll get out that way and we'll go find some snakes. Otherwise, we'll have to meet up in Arizona and go get Rob since he won't come on the lives. We'll do a live and then knock on his door. We won't let him know we're actually in Arizona.
I think that would be pretty classic. We'll have to try that. But anyway, Lou, I got some dirty deeds to get to here before long.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but I appreciate you hitting me up and
Yeah, no, I'm glad you.
because
Yeah, it's been awesome.
Like, I'm just like probably just generally a lot of times if I'm awake at this hour at night, I'm kind of like either doing something, working on something, editing something, or just sitting around watching TV.
Yep, I hear you. Well, I appreciate the time and look forward to doing it again, my friend.
Guys, if you're subbed to me and you're not subbed to LouB747, go check him out.
Yeah,
Airplanes, snakes, field herping, amazing stuff. Copperheads and bikinis. I mean, I like copperheads, but I also like me some bikinis, man. Go check it out. Lou, as always, my friend, good to have you.
All right, man. We'll see you, Todd.
You guys take care, and thank you everyone for watching tonight. I appreciate it.
Have a good night.
You too.